Now, Jared, David VanAssche.
How you doing, Jared?
Thanks for having me here and introducing me to your restaurant. And before we even get into that, like, tell me about you. Like, what's your background, your story? Like how did you get to where you are now, as far as your experience as a chef and your journey with food?
Well, the journey would be, I guess, I was born in Torrance, California in 1981, the home of ramen. So was Sun Noodle, ironically enough, the best noodle in America. And I talked to the guy and he said, "You're born here?" Okay, I was born here. Same year, same month, let's do it. So I had a little deal with them for ramen when I was at Republic Ramen after a little tour to Iraq. But we worked something out to where I just ended up focusing on what Arizona wanted, what the demographic wanted with ramen. And I fell into cooking for my grandmother, and it was all soups and heavier stuff, and it just met up with that ramen vibe that I felt when I enlisted in the Army and went to school overseas. So there's just a lot of little points in my life when I felt cooking was something I could do.
Yeah.
I'm a little kid, you play with toys and it might be food. My daughter does now, or you're just interested in the fire or whatever it is. And I just stuck to that for a long time. And hobby-wise, I just fell into hockey and it was there. But you get to that level and you realize that's all you have. And
yeah.
You look at the bigger picture. So I did. I looked at cooking, and the way to get there at that point in my life, besides being a sometimes rentable goalie and an off-and-on graffiti artist, unfortunately, at that point the art was on spray cans and markers. It wasn't in food yet. But I saw the assimilation, relatability with food when I started watching, Channel 8. And before you watch Channel 8, you watch all those things, and Yan, and all the magic that was coming from raw ingredients I saw at the store transferred in these dishes that looked like my art. Mm-hmm. The color, the texture, and then it was edible. And that's when it hit me, like, I could do this. My grandma showed me how to do that.
What a cool spark.
It just got me. It was that moment. And how am I going to get there? Well, 9/11 was that spark. When that happened, I thought, why not? If they're going to pay me to go to school, I'm not doing anything. I care about people. Let's go see what happens.
Yeah.
So we joined, me and my cousin, and we took off. My journey took me to Asia to go to culinary school. He just took him elsewhere and came back for a while. Did a bunch of ramen around the valley, and then went to Iraq for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little 400-day vacation. And then back here for Republic Ramen, and from then just bounced around a little bit, down in a wine bar in Gilbert and Kangaroo, Crocodile, Python.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Chef Off, where I met Romeo and John Wong. And
great guys.
The crew, yeah.
Right.
And then from there, one umami on mill and took off.
Yeah, I've noticed this whole area down here, Ocotillo, is growing, and
definitely growing.
Like, where do you see the future of this new venture going? Like, what in an ideal, perfect world, if you could just be like my imagination,
what it is,
real life?
Honestly, I think more of a health-conscious push with the dietary needs, or that focus on those dietary needs that people are looking for.
Yeah.
I really would focus on pushing the meat out. I just feel like with everything else going on in the meat world, there's ways that we can implement flavor and umami and all these little things and show people probiotics and antioxidants and anti-inflammatories through food. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the bigger push for this area right here. I know around the corner there's things that are going to pop up. They're going to fill the burger and the steak and the seafood and the sushi. For us, it's more world food fusion with an emphasis on health. If we're doing bone broth at night, it's going to be the best.
Yeah.
If we're doing good pizza, well, we're going to tell you what's in the dough. If we're going to do tacos, half it's going to be vegan. I mean, we want to have that space, but also have that integrity to say this is where we do it.
Yeah.
We don't ever do anything here. And I think that's a lot of those chunks that people are missing.
Okay.
But we want to show that.
Yeah.
Say every day this girl comes in, she changes that and this because that's vegan. We never ever put anything on. That's where we want to get, just like with ramen. What pot's the vegan pot? We see that big punching in it? Yeah, that's how you know which one's the vegan. Because one day some kid almost put meat in it and I punched it, so he knew. And there was a big dent in it, so he knew, hey man, that's a veggie pot. And from then on, that guy made sure that everyone knew.
Yeah.
It's those little moments too, or getting the cooks to do push-ups and the walk-in every hour, that you're creating this culture and this vibe and this soul of the restaurant.
Right.
And it's here, which is really cool because the owners want this healthy touch. They came from LA and they said, let's do something nice. Mm-hmm. Flaubershauts, boy, this is cool. Let's do something nice. Like that, but just for this area. So we linked up and
So you're hiring here?
Yeah, we are. We're always looking for talent because we want to grow. I mean, we want those ghost kitchens to launch, but I want people to have a good outlook on everything. There's basic cooking. There's grilling, frying, sauteing, there's everything.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to learn. And that's really what we've been drawing in, is a lot of people who want to learn, who are over being the chef of this and learn, we do this. Like, great, cool. Or hearing we chef in an Italian restaurant, that's that point where, like, what am I doing here? So they come here and find that moment, like, I get to do this? Yeah, show us the soup.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fun. It's an outlet, too. I don't want those kitchens that are that,
So you're willing to take people, obviously everybody wants people with a good attitude, but you're willing to take people with no food experience, you can teach them.
I don't need food experience to do dishes. I'd rather teach them that point to where they have food experience and I
Yeah.
can go do dishes so that I can go home, you know?
Awesome.
That's the bigger window. It's about the necessity. I mean, it's a military mentality, but it's also a kitchen mentality. They're very close, obviously. So that's kind of where a lot of my, I guess, my state of flow comes from, is that military mentality and compartmentalization of food.
Yeah.
Control.
So the name of our restaurant, Cherish.
Cherish, yes. Farm Fresh Eatery.
Farm Fresh Eatery.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's a great.
Downtown Ocotillo.
Yeah, no, for sure. And where do you source a lot? Do you get any good local vendors?
Actually, yes. We use a couple different people. I know we're shifting into more, like, I'd like to talk to, or I would like to talk to a lot of other people I'll know about. We're so close to everything that we should be pulling more. Just taking over from last chef, I had the opportunity, besides trying to not cook every day until I'm ground down, but to look at the products that we have. And the owners are very open to it. We do juicing every day, so they're very, very, very focused on what ingredients we have. So there's a couple little farms that we source from that no one uses, and I like it because I know I'm going to get good ingredients from them. And I've been there and I've seen it. And they're not the big guy, they're not the brand name, but I know it's fresh.
Yeah.
Our tortillas, they come from a small family in Tempe. I've always used them, you know, and I really like what they do for us. And it's a gluten-free flour, so it works. So
Sweet. Yeah. Anything else I can do to help, or the community in general? What can we do to help your this restaurant be successful and accomplish your goals?
Well, we're just trying to be that place. So come in and try it out and let us know what you need. I mean, that's the whole point. Is, you know, if you can't find those things at those other restaurants, we may have that. And if you guide us into what you'd like, we can definitely get there.
Yeah.
It's an open palette. It really is. We really want to get to where people are comfortable with either the Cherish menu or the ghost kitchens, or just that flow during brunch, because we do a nice brunch Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
For sure. Well, I'm definitely going to grab a juice on the way out
Yes,
the door. But
yes.
anyway, it was so great to meet you, and thanks for the tour.